Let me tell you a story. Story of students with an invisible lesson. A school lacking proper education equipment like laptops, whiteboards, books, and many more. A teacher, Mr. Gomez, teaching the class about different types of occupations. The students with no writing materials or devices to search up how an astronaut, a pilot, or even the amazing language lecturer Miss Sankala looks like, had to imagine by themselves on how they look like with just a description. At first, it all seemed like fun and games for the student, but as the school day dragged, lessons started getting harder for both teachers to teach and students to learn. As a fact, developing countries like Malaysia, India, Philippines, and many more have an average percentage of 20% of 4th graders lacking writing materials and textbooks. There are also 36.9% of students in Malaysia lacking devices for education. This is when many different NGOs step in to help these students to have proper education. With that, we decided to interview an NGO, which is Education Welfare and Research Foundation Malaysia, to learn further about how they handle such situations that prevent students from experiencing quality education. So, let's begin.
Programs that we do here, main thing is language for juniors. That is, we teach Bahasa Melayu and Bahasa Inggeris for primary students. We are looking at year 4, 5 and 6. And we are looking at students from the B40 community and those who are not good in their languages. Okay, so we have language for juniors for BM and BI, and currently we are looking at 40 schools. 30 schools are Tamil schools and 10 schools are a mix of Chinese, SJKC, SK and Orang Asli schools. Okay, so we are doing this. It's a 90-day program, meaning 30 weeks. Each week, 3 days classes, 1 hour each for each language. Okay, so the children will receive extra input. Then we have civil society intervention, that is for secondary school students, and we start off with these students from standard 6. They go for a 21 days camp. Okay, why 21? Because anything you do for 21, it becomes a habit, according to research. Okay, so they go for a 21-day camp, and they are also from the B40, and they are also students who are not doing very well in the schools. Okay, they have a lot of emotional problems, academic problems, discipline issues. These children are gathered for this total empowerment camp. After the camp, we take them on for the civil society intervention program. And this program, from now, this year onwards, we are looking at hand-holding these children for 5 years and make sure they take the exam. Because, they drop out halfway, they will join some gangs or they will go into drugs or do some negative activity. Okay, so that's why we are planning to keep them with us until they reach Form 5, take the exam, and then guide them to the various higher learning institutions. Like it could be polytechnic, it could be college community, it could be even university, according to their results. Okay. All right, like I was telling you, the CSI program, earlier it used to be a one-off program, no continuity. So now this year onwards, we are making sure there's a continuity. So we want programs which are continuous. Sometimes we cannot do continuous program because of the sponsors' demands. They will say focus on Form 5 only. So that is a problem we have. So like now we have decided, no, we will focus on from standard 6 onwards, we take them, we keep them. Then we can see the progress and we can see the results. So that is one new thing we are doing this year. And language for juniors, before this we only focus on English. It used to be called E for J, English for juniors. From this year onwards, we say no, BM is also equally important. Because they go to school, it's all BM, all the subjects are in Malay. So this year we have started with BM also. So that's something new we are starting this year. One way is through research. Okay, we do research to find out what are the needs of the community. Like now we are really looking at how to go into these PPR flats. So these flats are where these children, sometimes in one unit you have about 10-15 people staying, and sometimes single parents. So we are finding ways to penetrate into those areas to educate them, to tell them the importance of education. So now our idea is to have counselors in the branches. So at least we have counselors going to the branches, once a week or something, so people there can have the service. And for both counseling and CSI, we have webinars, monthly webinars. And then for the CSI students, we have professional talk. That's also a webinar where we expose these children to the number of professions outside. We also have skills training. We work together with other organizations to promote TVET. Yeah, without technology now we cannot move already. I mean, we need 40 schools. Okay, of course we have to send out messages, and then when they register we have to use technology, Google Form, Google Drive.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like treasure hunt. We aimed at 50 cars. So we need more people to participate in projects like this. So that is one problem, challenge. Because to run programs we need money. Like for instance, the English for juniors. We are doing language for juniors, two languages. For English alone, we were given a grant of 448,000 by Yayasan Hasana. And we need that money to run for 600 students. So you see the amount of money needed to run programs. And the whole lot of money is going to the students. The organization doesn't get anything. We don't get anything. The staff, they are all paid through other donations. So when people give us grants, they want the whole lot of money to go to the target students. Overcome this. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this interview with you all. So that all of you will go and talk about EWRF. That there's this organization and they are doing this. Maybe when you're presenting this to your course mates or your university mates, then more awareness is created. We also do some, like even this treasure hunt is awareness creating activity in being committee members, carrying out projects. Now we are currently in the planning stage. We want to set up community centers. Wherever we have branches, we want to set up community centers. Meaning that center where the children from this type of B40 group children, where they can go and sit there, they can have their classes there, they can have activities there, and they have people to monitor them, people to guide them, people to help them do their homework. That type of community centers throughout Malaysia.
Thank you.
I think for the gender part, maybe can have a training or campaign, raise awareness between gender equality between girls and boys. We need to prevent stereotype from the genders. And for the economic part, I think the government can organize some program for them, maybe a training program or some small education program, let them at least have an opportunity to learn some skill.
For us, is always to raise awareness. That's one of the most important things. I think what you guys are doing now is also raising awareness, and also teach the youngsters, the young generation, because soon you guys or the young generation is going to be the policy makers in the country and so on and so forth, right? Promote and educate the youngsters on the need of quality education. That's for me is important. And also as an individual, apart from just being a teacher, to raise awareness and also raise concerns to the government, to the ministry about the need for education to everyone. It has to be an access for every people in the country.
They have
3 ways to give donation. First, you can directly bank in the money to their bank account. Second ways is you can view via link in their website to donate. Last, you can become monthly donor where you can give your bank cards details to them and they will credit from your bank account monthly.
Education is a right, not a privilege, and everyone has a role in achieving quality education. We can take action by supporting NGO like EWRF, which works to uplift underprivileged communities in Malaysia through education, tuition programs, and youth empowerment initiatives. Volunteer your time to mentor students, donate school supplies, or support scholarship for children in need. For example, EWRF tuition program helps students from low-income families improve academically, while their youth development program build confidence and leadership skill. Every effort, no matter how small, help create a more inclusive and educated future for all.
Sunway student 在哪里？在 RHB。